Hey guys, so I'm making a quick video post-gym, post-workout. About 2 hours ago I watched a live stream video by Peter Sage, and one of the topics he was talking about was prioritizing certainty over skills. Now, it took me like 2 hours to figure out what on earth that meant, what it meant for me. It's okay. Hubby's sick right now. It's okay. What it meant for me, what my definition of it was, and like how to really incorporate it into my life. And then I came to a few different conclusions. So the first thing I want to emphasize is certainty, okay? Actually, I want to emphasize the whole topic. Most of us rely on our skills, rely on our hustle, rely on our work, and all the many, big, tiny actions that we do to become our source of certainty in life. The harder we work, the more we're able to guarantee or expect some sort of result or whatever. And for most of us, this turns into like a relentless hustle. It turns into a big cycle that you can never break out of because you think that your only source of results and your only source of, say, income or guarantee or security or whatever it is comes from your skill set, comes from the things that you work very hard for. And what? Are you going to chase these things for the rest of your life? Are you going to constantly live your life having to act, having to hustle, having to do all this work to ensure the slightest results? You can. You might burn out. You might become a workaholic. You might whatever. Or you could do this thing called prioritizing certainty. And so over the last 2 hours, I kind of dissected what it meant and how one can prioritize certainty over skills. So when I kind of started defining it for myself, I realized that certainty is a state of mind. When you're certain that something is going to happen, nothing deviates you from that truth. You know this shit is going to happen. You know it's already yours. It's guaranteed for you. It's already there. You've accepted it. You're ready to receive it whenever it comes. Like, you know this shit is yours. On the other hand, if you don't know and you're doubting and you're, you don't know if it's going to happen, you don't know if it's like available to you, obviously you turn to this external mechanism, which is chasing that, working for it, relying on skills, refining your skills, taking on an entire new project, all of this to ensure a specific detail. And so over the last couple months, like, I've really been working on maximizing productivity by minimizing action. And what that basically means is you prioritize only the most certainly like important task or idea on your list, and you do that, because working on that versus working on 5 million different tasks, that one task is going to take you so much further than anything else. So when I started thinking about what prioritizing certainty over skills meant to me, it really meant just getting into the state of mind of knowing that what I want is already on its way. Knowing that it's already mine, knowing that these results and all of these things are already guaranteed for me. There is nothing I have to do to ensure it because it's already mine, or it's already yours. You know what I mean? Imagine that what you want is there. It's like, it's yours. It's guaranteed for you. You don't have to do anything to deserve it or to make it happen. You're certain that it's already real. And this could be anything. This could be certain of, deals going through, or certain that you're in flow, certain that you're aligned with better shit, certain that, life is working for you. And it all comes down to the fundamental belief that things are working out for you and things are already set in stone for you, and there's nothing you have to do to deserve it, to become worthy of it, to make it happen, because fundamentally you believe it's just gonna happen, and that's the truth. And when you're certain of shit, there's nothing you have to do to make it happen. You know it's already there. So I kind of wanted to start this challenge where in the new year, I practice prioritizing my mindset of guarantee, my mindset of knowing, my mindset of certainty over constantly improving my skill set, constantly improving, the next project or the next workbook or the next whatever it is at work or at home. On the inside, you're going to know that everything is right. Everything is perfectly fine. And when you prioritize that inner state of knowing, everything outside of you starts reflecting that. It's not necessarily because anything on the outside is changing, but because your perception on the inside has changed and has morphed into this thing of believing and expecting and knowing and being certain that everything is going to work out fine for you. And so here's the next step towards that, because I know 2 hours ago, prioritizing certainty over skill was like terrifying for me. There's a lot more assurance for me in working my ass off to believe that I'm finally worthy of some sort of result. But then when you start practicing this thing of like, here's a blind faith that things are going to work out for me. I'm certain that I'm not fucking, I'm certain that things are just going to start happening. And this thing that I want so much is already mine. It's a shift in your mindset. And the more you shift your mindset, the more things around you shift. And yeah. So I don't know how much of this video kind of made sense. I'm still kind of dissecting the topic for myself. And none of these videos are meant to be perfect, because ultimately I'm just trying to share these ideas with you so that you can go inside and discover what they mean for you and for yourself. But in the new year, I hope you will prioritize the mindset of knowing, the new beliefs of guaranteeing your results, this idea and this fundamental state of mind of certainty that everything you want is already here. It's yours. And even if life isn't reflecting that right now, chances are you can go about it 2 different ways. You can either keep hustling, keep working so fucking hard, keep improving yourself constantly, never being okay with where you're at right now, never being enough to just have the things that you want and have the results that you so desire. Or you could just be certain that things are already working out. Things are already fine. They're already on their way. And yeah. So finally, guys, just be certain. Be certain no matter what. Don't feed into doubt, because doubt is going to fuel that compulsive behavior of having to work. Go ahead. Having to work on your skill set, of having to work on yourself and work just to get the results that you want. Or start from within and know from the deepest core of your being that what you want, you can have. And it's that fucking simple. And then once you get to that state of mind, that action that you may have to take or may not have to take, some results take nothing in order to come about. They just demand faith. They just ask you to believe that miracles can fucking happen, that you don't have to focus on the what. All you have to do is be clear on what you want, know that it's happening, have a little faith, and watch it execute itself. And ultimately, that to me is what certainty is. And in the new year, I'm going to prioritize being certain and knowing and secured and knowing for a fact, believing that everything that I want is guaranteed. And whatever action that takes from there, because I'm in a state of knowing, because I believe it's happening, because I'm certain that these results are coming for me and they're here for me, you take different action. You take inspired, aligned, conscious action. And you're not just constantly refining yourself because you don't think that unless you work for it, it's going to happen. Truth is, if you know it's going to happen, nothing in the world is going to prove you otherwise except your own self. Okay? So don't listen to the doubts. Believe. Just believe. I think that's the number one thing here, is to prioritize believing that anything can fucking happen. Being certain that these things are already here for you. And the more you see that through your mind's eye, the more you'll see that in your life, the more you'll be receptive to it. I'm learning a lot about receptivity and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. So guys, I am wishing you the best New Year's ever. We are ending an entire decade and starting an entirely new book in our lives. I know a lot of people have been changing, growing, you know, shedding some old shit so that you can start this new decade. But here's something I wanted to give to you for this new decade, for the new year that's coming, so that you can really start seeing the results that you want in 2020. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like my channel. Join me, follow, that whole spiel, and I'll see you soon.